We have made a huge effort in our state to address the trauma that children are experiencing in our schools across our state. This piece of legislation and those that will hire, the districts will hire to implement it, will make a huge difference. And it couldn't come at a better time after the trauma of COVID-19 in the last year and a half.
When I was younger, I have 2 brothers and a sister. We grew up in a household where my mom was an alcoholic and didn't make dinner. My older brother made breakfast for us, dinner and everything. My father was absent. One day my mom tried to commit suicide, and my dad picked us up all and moved us 2 hours away to my grandmother's house, dropped us off, and we didn't see him for 6 months. All I remember is sitting in that classroom in a fog and trying to figure out what the heck just happened to me. And I don't know how any child can learn if they have these things going on in their lives. I know firsthand it wasn't easy.
A big part of the way that we provided mental health services to our kids was because they had to interact with the prison pipeline. And I said to myself, and I was thinking to myself, that means we failed. That means we failed our kids. That means we had no value for them other than shuffling them to school. And if they didn't live up to standards, if they couldn't sit at their desks long enough, if their days were too hard that they couldn't do their schoolwork, if they fell into using drugs, selling drugs, instead of helping them, instead of saying to them, there's something going on here, because most kids don't just fall into these behaviors. They don't just choose these behaviors. They're shuffled into them. And instead of recognizing their cries for help, we lock them up. Those kids that came into Aquila were kids that came in as teenagers. But House Bill 100 means that we're going to catch them well before they're teenagers. We're going to teach them how to find coping solutions, coping mechanisms. We're going to teach them how to breathe when they just kind of want to jump and scream. We're going to teach them how to talk and communicate when instead they want to sit silently with their heads down. We're going to identify kids who would have ended up in the school to prison pipeline, and we're going to stop them from ending up in the school to prison pipeline. And so today I'm so excited to be doing and signing in a bill that is the reason that I ran for office.
We do a lot of wonderful things in the state of Delaware with early education, early intervention, and this is what HB 100 is about. It's about early intervention. It's about fixing it early, helping them, trusting them, having our counselors there to help them.